Đó mình ngày cái nhiệm vụ này cũng phải 3 ngày á, mà vẫn chưa xong luôn á.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would...
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago. Boss, what's wrong? You look...
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the...
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving...
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then?
I suppose my thoughts are a little
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something.
Oh, listen to me.
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you?
Vậy,
God
chủ nghĩa
forbid
tư bản.
anything ever happened.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a sort. I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious.
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a...
Oh, Lama. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talk. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Để xem đi đâu. Có lửa thì chắc theo lửa chạy thôi.
This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
Chào hay là vô vòng tâm trí của Japan.
Wait,
Oh,
there you are. Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Reginue? Hiding away some more loose chain?
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Ở đây còn có ai khác à? Hình như cái này là Sumeru sa mạc.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepe?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh?
Vậy là
I'd love to stay
ý
and
là
listen.
thôn trưởng hay
Unfortunately, Uncle
trưởng làng gì
Reginue
hả?
says my dad's looking for me.
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be
Hay
sitting
là
there
tiếp
warming
tướng.
up my vocal cords. Come find.
Pile of stones. Got it.
Ồ. Để xem. Nó cao hả? Cái này có xuống hay có cao đâu. Đi lên. À đúng rồi, đúng đường rồi. Bên đó.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Rich and you said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm
À, tộc
supposed to be
trưởng,
leading
vậy
us
là
out
con
of
gái tộc
hardship and
trưởng.
poverty to better things. You know
Sao
how
mà
prosperous
rơi.
our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now, squeezed into these hovels. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back.
Giáo viên.
They gave me some contacts.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the...
So, do you get anything?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna lead us out of this place.
Cảm thấy có vẻ như không được ổn lắm.
No more lies.
À, cái này đánh nắm thôi. Không có hướng dẫn luôn ha. Cứ theo đường mòn mà đi vậy. Vì sao đi không được thì ngõ cuộc mình quay lại.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from cheap. Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or... And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it was all news to them. You're a liar and a cheat.
Có vẻ như không vui đó. Never.
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapons of choice. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one... This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I hope I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Eab and Unut territory. Praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the academia's decision and prevent this is an emergency. Please send help as soon.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. Some parts are barely legible. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of water.
Ai cũng có một quá khứ đau thương á. Có thiệt quá khứ không vậy má? Ai lại ảo ảo giáo giác nữa.
Officer, welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
Cách kiểu vậy.
This is the finest wine our village has to offer. I promise.
Hả? Miệng chê mà tay vẫn
The
uống.
academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone.
Please have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this. She showed up here a few days ago and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where are you
Nowhere special. Just a...
what about the rest of your family?
just the one. Correct.
So, no brother?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers, and my...
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Vậy đây là bị đảo ngược lại à. Mình tìm kiếm ý thức của người ta ký ức. Bây giờ người ta tìm kiếm ký ức của mình hả? Mà hai mệt luôn. Thấu gì ạ?
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have...
I think what you're saying is a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the...
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you...
Because of where I come from.
Buồn ha, đến cái học thuật mà cũng phân chia người nữa hả?
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect?
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The house of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become.
Xuống nhầm rồi. Nhầm thang máy rồi. Này, không có lọc xuống dưới nó nữa nha.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look.
Tìm kiếm cái này đúng là hơi đau quá, hy vọng. Báo cáo về tình trạng hư hại của kiến trúc ở cảng Ormuz. Hình như là lá thư của người phụ trách lữ đoàn 30 gửi đến. Thú vị thật, lính thuê mà cũng quan tâm đến việc xây dựng thành phố sao? Bức thư này không hề mở ra, cứ như vậy mà vứt ở một bên. Xem ra người nhận không quan tâm đến suy nghĩ của lữ đoàn 30. Chưa từng nghe thấy cái tên này bao giờ. Chắc là một giáo sư nổi tiếng nào đó của học phái Sarawa. Một lá thư gửi cho huyền giáo của học phái Muta. Tiêu đề là quan sát thay đổi triệu chứng kỳ Sayavaya. Nhưng tiêu đề thư này sao giống như luận văn vậy nhỉ? Dưới sự dẫn dắt của hương thơm, chúng tôi dừng lạc lối trong rừng sâu. Ý thức của chúng tôi xuyên qua những lớp rào cản, xoay vòng và tìm kiếm nhánh cây duy nhất có thể dung thân. Triệu chứng này có thể xem là ngộ độc hương liệu lâm sàng. Hiện tại học phái Muta quả thật đã cấm sử dụng các hương liệu có tác dụng kẹo rất nặng, nhưng tôi cho rằng vẫn còn có con cá lọt lưới. Ví dụ như hàng xóm của tôi, sau khi dùng trầm hương thì chân nhảy tay múa, miệng thì không ngừng kêu gào. Chẳng phải bức thư này rất hữu dụng sao? Sao không ai ký nhận nhỉ? Đời nào phía sau cũng có dòng những nhỏ. Người gửi đã viết lá thư này sau khi ăn nấm độc. Lá thư này nên được gửi trả lại, nhưng địa chỉ vô hiệu. Chữ ký ghi chú là thủ thư của cung điện. Dài nè. Chuyện này... Bức thư tiếp theo, người nhận là đại hiện giả Aja. Ý kiến về sự thay đổi chính sách giáo dục gần đây của Sumeru. Trong những năm gần đây, giáo viện đã tuyển một số ít học sinh xuất thân từ sa mạc theo chính sách mới và cung cấp giáo dục cho họ. Nhưng theo tôi biết, người được nhận phúc lợi giáo dục lại không có được cơ hội giáo dục bình đẳng đúng với ý nghĩa của hai từ đó. Với họ mà nói thì đề bài đơn giản, hướng dẫn rất qua loa, thậm chí đến cả quyền hạn Khasa cũng không mở hết cho họ. Giáo dục là nền tảng của giáo viện, tri thức và trí tuệ cũng là nền tảng cơ bản của việc thành lập Sumeru. Hành vi như thế mà được xem là thực hiện đúng quan niệm giáo dục sao? Đại hiền giả là người rất quyết sách của cả giáo viện, nhưng đừng quên, ngài cũng từng là một học sinh giống như tôi và tất cả mọi người thôi. Tôi hy vọng ngài sẽ xem trọng vấn đề này, cũng mong ngài dùng trái tim để mở rộng trao đổi với tôi, lắng nghe những lời khuyên và đề nghị của mọi người xung quanh. Một bức thư tuyệt vời, nhưng đáng tiếc nó không được gửi đến nơi thích hợp. Tên người gửi là huyền giả Sirius của học phái Pentama. Thì ra đây còn có người biết cuộc sống người sa mạc không được tốt lắm à. Thưa của huyền giả học phái Pentama, viết cho đại huyền giả bị vứt trong thùng giấy luận thế này, giáo viện đúng là ngay thẳng quá. Thôi vậy, đây không phải thứ mình muốn tìm, cứ xem tiếp thôi. Bức thư từ sa mạc cũng có hy vọng nó sẽ được gửi đến, nếu không ở đây thì nó đi đâu được chứ. Mình cũng không mong lá thư của cha được gửi đến, thực sự là buồn lắm nếu như mà
The whole house of Dana is boxes on. I don't believe for one second that any human being has sat down. Wait.
thực sự gửi đến sao?
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleagues ate when you... I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you all. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on... There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. Well, we trace our ancestry to Talat. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to... That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. And we have next to no resources here in the desert. And my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even any... I think I'll take over from here.
Chắc là không nên đi tìm hiểu ký ức của người ta. Không chịu buồn
I
không
just
à.
came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me.
Never? You packed your bags.
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with the... It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
But never.
All right. That's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah, I'll remember. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way,
Ôi, cái giác thế nào vậy? Buồn ba. Anh đây ship nó đâm tường. Ồ, giờ là Nefer quay trở lại để báo thù hả?
it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the EAB. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the EAB has a very different trajectory.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under EAB control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
Mình cảm thấy không đáng tin lắm.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50...
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their weapons?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your...
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to...
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration.
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut.
They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the EAB's military.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you can...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get over. That well is ours. And so is the Mora.
Glad to hear it. I will wait.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe.
The EAB are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research. So let me ask you, Chief, if you...
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The EAB have held back our academic pursuits for too long. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the EAB, which makes you our natural allies.
Tính ra là chưa thấy tiền thực ở đâu luôn á, mấy ông đi đánh nhau rồi hả trời.
Natural allies.
Ý chung phải có tiền tươi chứ.
Weren't the EAB your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking...
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to... You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how.
Chà. Thực ra các bạn có một cái thân phận đó chính là học ở giáo viện ra thôi á, mà lừa người ta xoay quanh luôn á. Vậy mình nên khen lên trên trời. Khen chứ khen chứ. Nhưng mà cũng không... Tại ăn nói phải thứ mà mình phải con. Để xem đi đường nào nè. Lên này, hạ xuống, nhịp đàn, và chiến chiến. Ủa sao ngắn là cũng chụp về. Em nó phải đi xuống. What? Xuống là xuống quá luôn á. Quá luôn á. Đây, lên đây. Đấy. Đây, đường đây. Trong hai bên đánh nhau hả?
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed the monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Never. It's okay. All of this is in the past.
I believe I remember you promising to remain...
Yeah, but even
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
All right, time for a sharp turn. So, anyway, that feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh.
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but look,
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for us?
my biggest trade secret of all.
Ah,
Người ta
Then
bảo
I'm
một cái
guessing
bà,
it's where
cái
you
gì
got
bàn
your
cờ
power
gì đó.
from. The power to peer and...
I didn't know you were clued up on any...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino, the spirit of Hermanubis.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know...
What about him? Is...
Well, he's not a small deal. But please, this is the... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
Ủa? Cái năm mình đi đền nhiều mà sao Phật nó không có cho mình cái nào vậy?
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but...
Bao nhiêu từ nó chế ra
With the
mà.
head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
Dạng thân hả? Vậy chắc nó có chụp thân hả? Ôi má. Thì ra mèo.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Hèn gì con mèo nó sang chảnh thế.
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course, it's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
Tính ra Dorin là cái có chỗ dựa lớn nhất luôn á.
How repulsive.
Giọng vừa rồi của ai vậy ta? À, nhưng mà giọng nam mà. À, thiệt mình cũng không thích quá khứ của Never, và cũng không thích quá khứ của kẻ sang ánh trăng đâu. Và kiến trúc của Hà Nội mình không lên. Đúng vậy, cảm ơn cô nhé.
I'm just glad no one was hurt. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsliv. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is...
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap...
Whoa, really? How'd you manage?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we... By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be
Má,
possible.
mẹ cũng không tưởng vừa thôi
Rerir was a
chứ.
secret agent who reported directly to the Vinsterkin. He is an expert at...
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave it.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate
Cái
inside the
mèo mà
temple.
thân phận nó cũng cao
This
quý.
chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including...
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned.
Mẹ này tính
Thank you all for
hồn
being here.
thường ngay tại chỗ hay gì?
As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served...
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it doesn't. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the...
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the space...
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the moon.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sort, the term Moongate, is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the moon gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rahier of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold
Vậy là sau này
conjecture of
cũng
my
không
own
chủ để
regarding the
thám
world
hiểm nữa là
beyond
mặt
the
trăng
gateway.
đúng không?
I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Harir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rahier of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss...
I could not agree more. The power of the...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, this raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the sky...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm
That's...
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we... Hey, is this a bad time? Hope... Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming in, though.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm technically a knight.
Ai nói không phải mới là ông nội ông là đội trưởng của đội kỵ sĩ luôn cái chắc đâu. Vậy ông Trăng với kỵ sĩ chẳng thấy chắc là ông nội người ta.
Never went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the eye... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to...
Honestly, I not figured that my...
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will.
2 days? Holy moly! Can we...
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, I was dying to hear this.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view...
What the hell? Đi có chính mình được bao nhiêu biết được hết rồi.
But if that's how we're going to approach this, to be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahier of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent, as in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of...
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means...
Đây sự phải là mình nói lúc mì nói. Cái này là vào phòng người ta rồi. Sao vậy sao rồi?
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rarer and the Wild Hunt's behavior. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rarer has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space.
Từ sao vậy? Mấy cái lỗ nhũng nhúng nó là cái gì vậy?
Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight... Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, turns out we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt.
Understood.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full...
Plan approved. Scheduling. Okay. Any firepower you need, I got you covered.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind...
And the rest of you? No objections? All right. Then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with.
Wait. We can still back it.
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped
A very people-first approach. Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl.
Chị thấy khác gì thừa nhận mà.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I...
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangamabe. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would... Oh! Does this mean something happened? Most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours.
Mẹ.
Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down the
Okay. So what exactly is so...
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around.
Looks like bankruptcy.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Nghe tiếng của Đăng.
How things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would let an opportunity like this slip by? Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all. Ta-da! See? It's right here.
Gì?
It's so pretty. Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. We go with... Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. Yep. That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's so very complicated. But if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kabe to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kasharu War talents, took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kabe. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? What's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant... So nosy. My fault for sending him the Surely Nihida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're all... Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve grave danger. Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on... Huh? What does that look mean? Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've... Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and... Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually... Alright, if you say so. I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be?
Cô Ly đáng tin cậy người hợp lý lắm. Tức là người làm việc đẹp trai chứ. Lên ăn bị đơ.
Traveler, Paimon. It's good to...
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
What? You can actually...
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and... Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions. The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptetyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely meant... I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear... It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being, channeled through a fractured physical existence. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in the state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange... Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about... Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rarir's corpse is completely contaminated. You could think of this as Rarir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating.
Oh, that's terrible news. So, that's it? We can't defeat...
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival. Given the circumstances, it's only natural. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is for you. Dory asked...
Ah, how wonderful. I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be... All right, then. Stay safe.
Đang chạy đua, đang chạy đua, đang chạy đua, đang chạy đua. Thời gian này.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is...
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will... This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nodcry. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard working.
Rồi đến Sương Nguyệt Phượng. Là chứ chị mà có rừng mở à. cho hay mà.
Rain outlines your fate. Motion to compel. Remarkable condition.
Plan đi với Hill trước. Cái này đây là phiên bản quái vật thuần thú, ngự thú hết rồi. Cũng cảm ơn vì dương, nhưng mà không. Anh đã thấy cái cuộc dịch chuyển của mình không? Đưa tới đây rồi thì phải để cho người ta mở cái cột di chuyển lên chứ. Rất tuyệt vời. Chào ba đẹp ha.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it?
That's right. Names are funny things.
Yes. I take it your own...
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first...
You're more perceptive than most. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moment.
Is that because hatred survives longer than...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. Thank you for your help with the Revier situation. Without your efforts, I never could have...
You're welcome. I know he's...
Friend, he betrayed me. And I never really
Okay. So... You see, you're torn. Now you know what
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you...
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. And even now, they still support me.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Shall we say?
Sure. Hello. Ah! It caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rehier of Solnari.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Không biết mình có nhảy lên được không, nhưng mà mình cũng nhảy. Đây là cánh cổng. Mình mới sượt qua mà nó không chỉnh nó vậy thôi.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Blintz! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on when I was awakened by the Radniki. I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Nội sinh ra làm anh hùng cái gì mà nói
In the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with...
Looks like I'm not the first to...
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. But don't worry. Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us.
Excellent. My thanks to all. It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to...
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, traveler! I will.
Biết sao lúc nào nó ngoài món nữa thiên lý quá. Nó buồn vậy nó hết. Mày kế cho nó xong ra chứ.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have...
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a...
Tức là cũng làm sắc sống chứ mấy chứ cũng phải đi mà móng dài dữ vậy. Sắc sống vườn dậy cho nó. Oh my god, nhìn đáng sợ quá. Trời ơi, mình bị chấn sổ nhiều tay nữa nghe.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too. Let me help you guys.
Bánh nào không có ổn lắm.
Can't hide the truth.
The moonlight.
Go!
Praise you.
It all adds up.
Thì anh ơi, cái gì
The
vậy đó?
moonlight. Observe. Break. Close your eyes. To dust.
Tội bắn bộ
Be
chứ.
silent.
Ông ý là ông nghĩ bắn ra cái chết rồi này không chết cho nên ông bị bắn bộ chứ ta hả? Vậy thần chết đâu rồi, ra đây đi, chả bắn bộ như mà, chứ mấy ta bắn bộ không đâu.
The deception
À rồi,
ends
có khác
here.
phải ta bắn bộ như ra. Thích cái miệng vậy, mà trong khi người chị ta nắp lon á.
Forest, protect us.
Rồi thôi, ai có phải
Down.
mình bán bộ cái chết thì sao không có miệng nhìn ra đây.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent. Steady now. Close your eyes.
Mất rồi người ta tính ra cũng thổi máu thế.
Wipe out!
Be silent.
Follow the frost in the halls. Leave this place.
The moonlight. Praise you.
Cái gì đây?
Seek within.
Cái ghê này như chị nè.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
And so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Lên ra tìm thấy một cô.
Close your eyes. Observe. Are you quite finished?
It's a grave situation.
No more lies. It all adds up.
Welcome here. Close your eyes.
For the everlasting past.
Bombs away! Ha!
The moonlight. It's all futile.
Tính nó mình bắn ngang
Keep
ngọt.
your distance.
Móng
Observe.
này kinh
Be
quá.
silent.
Alo, móng dày quá.
A grave transgression.
Water jet!
Down. Futile.
Nó này kinh quá trời.
Go!
No more lies. It all adds up.
Water jet!
The moonlight betrays you.
By the frost moon of old, you perish.
Burn no more.
Wow.
Be silent. You're just dead meat.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Now, steady now. Close your eyes. Be silent. The moonlight betrays you. Futile. In the dark. Pathetic.
Can't hide the truth.
Water jet!
Your little game of heroics is over.
Nổi ơi, máu gì tao thế? Máu lên thằng lắm. Vậy cũng biết đổ bằng hai nữa. Ôi, máu kìa.
No!
Death
We've been
within my
separated.
grasp.
Sao cho ông nội
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. He really doesn't like this.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Then be careful what you wish for.
Mama! Can you hear me?
Silence.
Voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. The plan.
Destroyed.
Stalling it.
Mày nhớ đi.
Stalling it long enough.
Anh nó nhớ đi.
Wipe out!
Sao như vậy đâu? Trời ơi, nó không rồi. Đừng nói đi, đừng nói đi.
Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Bombs away!
Trời, lúc vậy nên nó tránh được luôn á. Đánh đâu kiểu méo gì mà người ta tránh được luôn vậy mà. Nó hồi chiêu lâu quá.
The
Alo,
deception ends here.
nó không chiêu lâu quá. Người ta những cái đùng người ta tránh được luôn á.
No more lies.
Wipe out! Water jet!
Can't hide the truth.
Còn chưa đánh kiếm nữa là sao thế? Ông nội này hình như thích đánh vật lý á. Anh em đi tìm sáu mắt không chứ. Tại sao mà nhận ức nó tha? Nó tha.
I've got this.
Rồi sao nữa? ra đánh được mẹ gì đâu. Mau quá, tích ra lưng này nè.
The shield's broken. I can't use this up.
Don't push your luck. Absurd.
Lại đang cố gắng vậy.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels.
Bombs away.
Tuy nhiên nó đi đừng nhảy. Em mệt nhảy đi má. Mệt nhảy đi. Đừng có nhảy đi. Để tính ra là bên đó tao đánh rồi đó má. Mày tính không đi xa thế.
Seek within. It all adds up.
Water jet.
Mấy nội bớt tùng mà nó cũng trâu máu như thế này chắc là mình chịu quá.
Bombs away. Water jet.
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place. Absurd.
Đã tránh rồi đó má. Nữa hả? Dạ. Tính nó chưa kịp tránh luôn á.
How much power will it take?
The deception ends here. No more lies.
Destroyed. Reborn.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Water jet.
The mystery unravels. No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Water jet. Wipe out.
Seek within. It all adds up. No more lies.
Bombs away.
Này, tính ra mày phải đi ngược lại chứ con chưa?
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. Seek within. No more lies.
grow his own. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his... You have to hold on. Fine?
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then I will reduce you to dust.
Bất bùi là ông nội.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? As entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I have to stoke his rage. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear you cannot win the fight against fate, Rary.
Well, no.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate, or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you. What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
Khi nào vậy nói với con chứ.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar.
Don't you realize you don't have the power to hold that gate open?
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Reverie.
We won.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at
even so. Okay, I guess you're right. Under the circumstance, in business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed.
Still, I don't like this outcome. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith, I had hoped you could win without sacrificing some.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, my dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a
The moon will remember this day. Thank you. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should.
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me.
Things are a little different now from how they were.
Friends. You have no idea how glad I am to hear.
Yay! You're awake! How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep? I'm doing all right, Paimon. Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. Just glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food? Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual. Well, I'm back to normal now. Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Barker and the others are organizing a victory feast, and they want. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. We're here! Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just...
Yep. We're here for you. Anything...
Oh wait! Where's Nefer? How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up.
recovering well. Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were...
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to...
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you?
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You bet. Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake. No, definitely a snake. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted... What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets... It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real... He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the... His response was to take on a physical form and approach me. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's not... He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win... He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, if you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is some... For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate it. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved. Like, if you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. Very good.
Oh, wait. Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up, our mystery...
Am I...
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Buck. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But he won't lie low forever. So...
Ah, Lord Sangamabe. How lovely. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I...
Why come and ask me when you clearly know?
I mostly came to thank...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangamabe. Play your cards right, and you...
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see.
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my...
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary. Yes, I heard about that too.
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangamabe. You don't look, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, you did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy. Something I looked into, but after discussing it with more economy, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and money bags provided the moral. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond...
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little place for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very...
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
That would be your mother, father...
Yeah, though it's been years. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my...
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass...
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one...
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora. A big, beautiful house. Business is booming. You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Let's nói chuyện với Abdul.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse...
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Notcry. We can't think sometimes. When people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked...
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare...
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, Traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to...
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite...
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy,
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get... For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact, the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rarier, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
it must have been a painful choice to make.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to... Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance.
That's the only reason you're here?
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and I think this is very important. So
Well, this is a new one.
I'm so moved.
I can't even hold my teacup.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time the wild hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Ray here of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you manage. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that... Who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are his
Wait, are you saying you know him?
I guess we were friendly enough. Yep.
In fact, I'm probably the only normal. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, I honored his request. But I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer and so that's where the fork. I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. Alain's work was like epic poetry. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Nazissenkreuz. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come, a mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics, begin to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up, but alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured the first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve, and it's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what, perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile, and although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, what do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives... Same difference, really. Just a what a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive, I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guy. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of trends. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a... He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the chip. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that, at the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. And that is the story of two people from the Nazis. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder why even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore the meaning of life. Ambitions to have a success, or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storms of life. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin.
Mình đã xong rồi. Quay về làm từng cái một chứ. Nhưng mà mình nghĩ là mình sẽ nhận thưởng, sau đó mình sẽ quay một chút rồi làm thử xem vận may hôm nay, rồi mình sẽ kết thúc cái live đây. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem nhé.
Thank you for completing. Ad Astra at.
Mình làm được khá nhiều đấy chứ.
The world remains constant over the century. But you... Life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through... water.
Rồi mình sẽ quay một chút nha.
Transit.
Ít 10 lần ha. Quay thêm lần nữa. Xuyên wheel. Rồi mình sẽ đi nó làm gì làm là phải mua chứ. Nó còn một ở trong tháng này nữa. Mình sẽ quay thêm một lần nữa. Wow, mọi người nhìn thấy gì không? Quá tuyệt vời. Chào mừng bé đã quay chưa, đã vào đội của chị nha. Ôi.
A grain of truth.
Vậy là mình đã có cung 16 của Suku nhé. Và cung 16. Trời.
We'll discuss my fee afterwards.
Ok, tuyệt vời. Và mình sẽ dừng lại đây, cảm ơn các bạn xem nha. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn vào chiều này, mình sẽ quay trở lại vào lúc 6 giờ nhé. Mình sẽ live lại vào 6 giờ tối này. Hẹn gặp lại.